Hi guys, Vivian's here. Postcard from Cebu. I love you, baby. Mwah.
Okay, so you fooled around and fell in love, and now you want to get married to your Filipino girlfriend. Congratulations. Actually, I get this question a lot from Filipinos. Leave in the comments, they'll ask me, well, what documentation did you need? So I thought I'd make a video. I was discussing this with Vivian last night, trying to remember all the things that we had to do to get our marriage license. The whole process did take over 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. So I was actually, when I went that trip, I stayed for a month in January. And so the first thing you're going to need, both of you will need, is Cenomar, Cenomar. It comes from the Philippine Statistics Authority, the PSA. Cenomar stands for Certificate of No Marriage. It's a big deal in the Philippines. We've talked in other videos about how a woman is married and then the husband runs off and leaves her with the kids, and she's stuck. She can't get a divorce because divorces are basically illegal in the Philippines. And a thing called an annulment can be had, but it's very difficult to get, very expensive, and takes forever to work through the legal system in the Philippines. So a Cenomar is proof that you're not married. In Vivian's case, she's a widow, so she had to show the death certificate of her husband to prove that she was able to marry. And for the Western man, I had to do the same, bring the divorce papers, certified copies of it, to present to municipal to get the marriage license. The other thing that I had to have was a document called Legal Capacity to Contract Marriage, Affidavit of Legal Capacity to Contract Marriage. In order to get that, I had to go to the U.S. consulate and swear before the consular that I was legally able to marry. I had to bring the divorce papers so that he can see those, and also, give it the blessing of the U.S. government. I believe that's a requirement for regardless of the nationality. So I think for Brits and Aussies and Kiwis and just about everybody else will also have to go to their consular and get this affidavit that says that you are legally able to marry. That's an important one. Birth certificates, both the husband and wife, both of you have to have birth certificates. You have to present those to municipal. You can present copies, but keep the original for examination in case they want to make sure that it's legal. Baptismal records. Now, definitely, if you're going to do a church wedding, you're going to have those baptismal records. But I believe we even had to show them to municipal. I took mine along with me when I went over for the trip. The Filipina needs some kind of ID. If she doesn't already have a passport, postal ID is what Vivian used, because at the time I think she had a passport, but anyway, it didn't have any stamps. She's never left the Philippines. And of course, I had to present my passport, make a copy of the biographic page, and also a copy of the entrance visa showing the date that I entered the country. The Filipina is going to have to attend a wedding seminar. Not to be confused with Cenomar, seminar, which is basically a family planning type of classroom instruction that she'll need to sit through. And that's also a letter of intent. Now, going back to the Cenomar, which is that certificate of no marriage, I was able to write a letter to the PSA while I was still here in the States, giving Vivian permission to obtain the Cenomar on my behalf. And that saved us a little bit of time. So I didn't have to personally go to PSA and present myself to the clerks there and ask for the Cenomar. I was able to just send a letter to Vivian authorizing her to do it on my behalf, and they accepted that. So check with them. That can take some time to get that Cenomar, and you don't want to be waiting in country unless you're already living there, but you don't want to be waiting that time period to get the Cenomar. So we were able to do that in advance before getting our marriage license, and that was already in place by the time I arrived in the Philippines. So that's kind of the list there. Well, anyway, that's the list. Okay, guys. Feel free to leave any comments in the comments section below. Maybe I forgot something. I don't know. If I did, leave it in the comments. Let me know. And for the folks that were interested in this topic, up there's that subscribe button. Please click it and subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.